everyone. My name is Emily Tonneson, and I would like to welcome you to the 8th episode of Design by Kelly's podcast, Coffee Chats with Kelly. Today, we are joined by JP Dickinson, the founder of therockninja.com, a trusted online source for all things gems, minerals, and crystals. Design by Kelly created the Rock Ninja's official website. We are so grateful that JP is speaking with us today about his growing small business and what's to come this year. So grab your coffee and join us.
"15 to 45 seconds. That's how long a visitor stays on your website before they decide if they're going to leave or stay. So how do you get them to stay? That's where I come in. My name is Kelly Thomas, and I am the owner and founder of Design by Kelly. At Design by Kelly, we offer affordable design solutions for nonprofits and small businesses in the areas of web design, branding, graphic design, and social media management. You can visit us online at designbykelly.org to learn more about our affordable services, to view our portfolio, and to see what our clients say about working with us. Then schedule a free, no-pressure 30-minute consultation with us where we can show you how to turn those website visitors into leads. Contact us today, and let's build something great together.
Without further ado, I would like to welcome the founder of Design by Kelly, Kelly Thomas.
Thank you, Emily, and welcome everyone. Thanks for joining us today. I'm excited to be here today with JP, aka the Rock Ninja. I met JP at one of his booths at a local event a few years ago. My kids and I fell in love with his rocks and crystals, and we quickly became friends. One of the things I appreciated most about JP from the first time we met was how much he cares about people and sharing his passion for his small business. So JP, tell us a little bit about yourself and your background.
Okay, well, it started long ago. I've always loved stones, rocks, crystals. Deep in East Texas, at my great-grandfather's property. He had arrowheads, there were fossils, and as a little kid, everybody's inside visiting, I'm outside picking up rocks. So it kind of all started there for me long ago. I've always had a desire and interest in learning about crystals and vibrations and different things that it's very interesting once you dig into it really deeply.
That's really awesome that you've been doing it for so long. Has Design by Kelly's online help impacted the success of your business?
Absolutely. And the easiest way I can answer that question is, in the beginning, I found a web platform that I tried, and I kind of designed my own little, and, I thought I did a great job. And, my wife and my friends, they're looking at it and they're like, man, that's really nice, And then once I met Kelly and we talked, and she kind of helped me put my ideas together, and she put it together on the website, and I told my wife to look at it, my friends to look at it, and everything went from nice to wow. And so I was like, whoa, it was such a big difference. Not that what I did wasn't good, but she took me to another level. And I think when you have a business, that's something you need. Especially in the beginning, because, I had kind of just started and just was kind of putting things together, but she definitely took me to the next level.
That's awesome. And I noticed on your website that you've attended Comic-Con. When did you start attending these sort of expos?
Okay, so the Comic-Cons, they started a long time ago, even before I started my business. My wife and I were driving around downtown one weekend on our time off, enjoying one another in the day, and we saw something at the Jar Jar Brown Convention Center, a comic convention. We're like, what is this? And we go in there, and they have celebrities, and there was a show we were actually watching at the time, and one of the celebrities was there, and my wife met him and I met him. It was so much fun. And so later down the line, as I started my business and we started talking about it, my wife said, you love gems and minerals and rocks, and you love Comic-Con, so why wouldn't some of the people at Comic-Cons like that as well? So that's kind of how the Comic-Con piece came into my business.
Gotcha. That's really cool. And is it difficult sourcing minerals and gems for your business?
Yes and no. So I'll do the no first. The no part is every year in Tucson and in Quartzsite, Arizona, there are shows. So like right now, Quartzsite has about a 30-day show where miners come from different parts of the world and they bring materials. Actually, I was there a week ago, so I was there for 2 weeks in Arizona. In February, which is starting soon, the end of January, 1st of February, Tucson has their huge gem and mineral show. And so you can buy things from all over. Now, the tough part is you can't always get what you're wanting from those shows. You know, there are multiple shows during the year, but those are the main two. So I get things from overseas as well. So the most important part about that is making connections, building relationships, and making sure what you're getting is ethically sourced. And when I say that is, you know, who is mining the material is appropriate, and you know who's cutting or making, you know, their, you know, legal age, and you know different aspects of that are very, very important, because you know you want to make sure people are getting fair pay and those type of things.
Yeah, that's really cool. Thank you so much. I think everything you sell on your website is super cool. And Kelly, did you have any more questions for JP?
Yeah, I've enjoyed our working partnership and getting to know more about you and the Rock Ninja. So what has your experience been like working with us? And do you feel that we have been a benefit to your business?
That's a multi-layered answer, really, because you know you're awesome. You know, don't
Thank you.
tell Kelly I said that, but just from how easy it was, I think, because you know when you first start out, you have all these ideas and what is possible, and what is actually possible. What's possible in your mind and what's actually possible are two different things sometimes. And I think being able to sit down, talk through things, that has just made all the difference for me. You know, not only my ideas, but the ideas you have, and putting it together and putting something that I'm really proud of. There are so many things that are involved with the website. For instance, there are compliance pieces that I did not know about. There are, even when someone searches you, the way you come up and all those kind of things. So all those pieces I never really thought about. So, you know, the fact that we could sit down and we could talk about it, and, you know, I could bring some of my ideas, and of course she's been doing this, you know, all that really made a big difference for me. And the fact that, you know, Kelly's awesome, but don't tell her, you know, and I don't say that just to say that. I mean, really, I've been super impressed. My wife, I mean, although it's my business, she's a big part of it. And, you know, even when I'll call Kelly and say, hey, can we do this? Or what do you think about that? And I mean, you know, I'm putting her on the spot now because I'm going to say that day. I mean, if I call her, she normally answers that day. You know, when I have an issue, because it's user error, not anything else. It's me clicking buttons on there, you know, because she's shown me how to do some things for myself. But it's definitely, she fixes it right away. And I really appreciate that. So it's not something where, you know, you do something, you have a problem, you get a response a long time. No, that's not how she operates her business. You get a response right then. She takes care of it. And she's just phenomenal.
Oh, well, thank you. I know you shared with me recently that you are thinking about starting live events on your Facebook page. Can you share with us how that works?
Okay, so I'll use some of my samples to show that. So it will be the difference between buying in person, buying online, or buying in a live. There are two or three different pieces to that. So when you see me and you meet me at a show, you see it, you touch it, I put it in your hand. This is the stone that you're going to walk away with if you're feeling that stone. When you start buying online, you know me. Hopefully we built a relationship together, and you know what I have is quality, and I've gone through the steps to make sure, again, ethically sourced and those type of things. The Facebook Live is kind of the middle of those two, because, you know, when you order something online, you get similar to that. When you come to a show, you get that exact piece. Well, here, for instance, if you wanted a dragon skull, so this is strawberry quartz, this is a real stone, then I would show it to you and say, okay, this is strawberry quartz, it's a dragon skull, it's carved, it's from this place, something to that effect. And then I would give you a price, and those online that are watching, they'd say, okay, you know, I love that. You know, sold, I want to buy that, put that in my basket, or put that in, you know, I want you to send me that. So this would be the exact thing you get, versus when you buy online, which is great. There's nothing wrong with buying online. It would be a similar piece, but might not be exactly like that. So I think that will be the difference. It's definitely going to be a a learning experience, but I'm excited. I've had more than a few people tell me to do it because I try to be reasonable with my prices. I don't believe you price people out of their hobby or out of something that they're really interested in.
Mm-hmm. So I know you do a lot of expos, but I want to make sure people also understand, like you just mentioned, you have an online store on your website where they can go and purchase these items. So explain to us, I know you just said a little bit about it, but is there a big difference between in person and the website? Are there just certain things you offer on the website, or how does that work?
Well, there's definitely a difference because although I'll get better at this, some things I don't want to ship. When you're looking at spheres or some things that, the spheres aren't as bad to ship, but some of the things that have horns or multiple points or those kind of things, even when you wrap those really well, sometimes in shipping, unfortunately, things happen and they're damaged. So I think some of those more fragile things I really like to sell at the gem and mineral shows or the Comic-Cons or the festivals because I can kind of put it in your hand. You can be careful with it versus, when you ship something sometimes and not all the time, not frequently, but, it does happen where something gets damaged. And I mean, obviously it would be taken care of, but, if it's something you got your heart set on and that was the one you wanted, and it's so much better to put it in your hands. But sometimes it's hard to, when you're working, you're doing all these things, to make shows and those kind of things. So online is also I have some who buy from me, they just buy online and they like buying online, or they buy wholesale or different things from me. And that's completely fine with me because they know what I'm going to send them is going to be good and they know I'll make it right.
Yeah. And I know I've purchased several pieces from you and I can tell people they're just great quality. They're really beautiful, really nice things. So we're excited that we've been able to work with you and be a small part of your business. So it's been great. And I look forward to continuing that relationship for sure. Emily, you have any other questions for JP?
Yeah, I've really enjoyed this conversation. I was wondering, are there any upcoming in-person events like expos that we can look out for?
Yes. First weekend of February, I have Anime Milwaukee. So it'll be a very interesting show. I've never done that one before. I was just looking at the weather earlier, and it looks like it's going to be a little cooler than I'm used to. So that's something that I can look forward to. And then I also have a show the same weekend in Irving, Texas, which will be the My Hero convention. So I have those two coming up, and also check the website as I put those on there. I have shows all year long if you want to come see me.
Very awesome. Thank you so much.
So speaking of the website, tell everybody where they can find you online.
Okay, online, www.therockninja.com. And two things are going to come up, The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, and me. So just click on me and it'll get you to the right spot.
They can look at The Rock later, right?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, JP, for joining us today for today's podcast. I really enjoyed this conversation. We invite you all to visit our website, designbykelly.org, to check out our portfolio and to find out how we can change your nonprofit or small business for good. Please take a minute to subscribe to our YouTube page so that you never miss a podcast. And thank you so much. We hope that you join us for the next edition of Coffee Chats with Kelly. Design by Kelly is a family-run small business based out of Houston, Texas. As you know, everything's bigger in Texas, so our small business has some big offers. We design professional websites, manage social media accounts, create graphics and advertisements, and we can teach you how to do it all through our podcast and online courses. Design by Kelly is happy to handle all your small business's big online needs.